All right, now that we have a nice organizational line drawing, it's going to be time to cite, correct, and refine it before we even consider value. So if you got too sketchy during your organizational line drawing phase, you're more than welcome to push back some of those sketchier lines. You can see here that since I will be needing to draw the inner ear, I need to erase some of those sketchy lines so that they don't get in the way, especially because we are drawing an object that is so light. We want to keep things nice and light so that that pentimenti doesn't kind of impede our values later on. So of course you can see I'm checking my basic proportions and I have switched to a charcoal pencil. So again, we want to make sure that we don't overly rely on our graphite. I know graphite is pretty familiar to a lot of us. It's a lot easier to erase than the charcoals. So it may feel tempting to perhaps do most of your drawing in graphite and just trace over it with charcoal. Do not do that. Your drawing will not look amazing because, of course, graphite and charcoal, they're made up of different pigments, different binders, and they don't really layer well. So train yourself, practice with those charcoal pencils, and you can see here, you can get some pretty light lines if you are careful about it and if you practice. So again, it's a good idea. If you did want to use your graphites at all during these charcoal line drawings and those charcoal value drawings, use them for basic sketching, and then switch to your charcoal pencils once you're going to start actually laying out some significant progress. So again, you can see I'm refining the outer contour and I am noting that inner curl of that cartilage in the ear. So with the ear, this may seem like kind of a crazy object because there's a lot of inner ear structures that we often don't think about. So take it step by step. I'm starting at the top and I'm working my way down as a way to not kind of get lost in the interior structure of the ear. So take it step by step, work from general to specific. We had that general sort of bean shape, and now we're going inside and we're noting those major landmarks so that when we start to apply values, we'll at least know where to plot those. So remember, keep it light, keep it loose, allow your drawing to build on itself. We're all about layering in these value drawings. So again, don't let things get too dark. If you make really dark outlines everywhere, they're going to be hard to erase and it will flatten your object. When you look around in real life, you don't see big, dark, black outlines around your objects, do you? So again, remember, lines occur, contour lines occur when planes meet. So make sure you kind of take that as logic. So here you can see I'm doing some refinement to my little lobe here. Again, check, double check, triple check, right? Because of course, we want to make sure that we have a nice, strong, correct foundation drawing before we attempt to go in with our shades and values and all of our lights and shadows. So again, make sure that if you see it, you must draw it, including our little base here. I brought in the ruler because that line was doing some crazy stuff. We'll do some more finer refinement during the tightening phase of the drawing, but remember, see it, you must draw it, not just within the object itself, but within its surroundings and its environment. We don't want floating objects or things that have no real context to them. So again, you can see I'm knocking back a lot of that graphite so that it doesn't impede with my charcoal. And of course, from here on out, we'll be able to do our value. So again, make sure that you've corrected, that you've cited, that your foundation is nice and strong before we're going to move on to our next step, our value application.